Hey, it's Trixie once again, and we're in full holiday swing here. Please let it go away. I can't take it anymore. You know, everybody's driving terribly. It's like people are stressed out. I'm like, why are you going to be stressed out? Who cares? You know, but I'm stressed out. I'm telling people not to be stressed out, and I'm crazy. Okay. One place I'm crazy, I have no patience, is in the car. Let me just tell you about something that happened this week. I tried to get out of my driveway, okay? So I'm late for work, not an irregularity. And I'm trying to get out, and there's 3 police cars, okay, blocking my way. And then on the other side, there's another car. So obviously, I just have to stand there like a goofball, waiting for them to come out. Do you think I'm going to take my chances and hit the cops? I don't think so. I don't need that on my plate. So there's a Beamer behind me, and he's getting very, very, very anxious. And he's like waving me. I could see him in the rearview mirror, waving me to go on. So I backed up. I parked on the left side. And I said, I rolled down my window, not rolled it down, but you know what I mean. I pulled down my window and I said, go for it. You can do it. Go. Because you know how men are. They think that you're terrible drivers. Every woman's an awful driver. And he goes to do it and then decides against it and backs up. And I said, I wouldn't try that on the Beamer either. He's like, I would have done it in my other car. And then I waited another couple minutes. I'm like really getting crazy. I get out of the car. There's a guy coming off the road to try to pull him, which is more dangerous because he can't get in. He starts yelling at me. In Massachusetts, we don't shoot. We just scream and flip each other off. He's like, is that your car? And I'm like, listen, man, I'm trying to get out like you. All of a sudden, we look over and 2 guys walk out with a dead body on a gurney with a sheet over it. I'm like, oh, okay. So let me just tell you something I learned in radio a long time ago. Some guy was talking about like how we let our blood pressure go up because we're anxious in traffic and you don't know the outcome. Like say if you left a little earlier and I didn't get stuck in the driveway, I might have been killed. That's what you have to think about. But you know what? I don't think like that. But kind of like everything happens the way it's supposed to in life. You think of Final Destination 2. Do you remember that movie Final Destination 2? I was just watching it with that big car pile up. And so you got to start thinking like that. Like, you're not dead. So that kind of made me happy. Another thing that happened, well, my phone crashed. I got an iPhone 16 and I'm starting to record like other stuff from cassettes. I know that's crazy. I used to DJ in the cassette era. And I pulled my turntable up. Crash right on my new phone. I hear so I pulled off because I have an OtterBox because I'm a menace to society and I just got a new one. So I pulled it off and thank God the screen was okay. Those things, I could do a commercial for the OtterBox. So, okay, that's okay. That's not good. That would have stressed me out. I immediately got Apple Care protection because I am a menace. Another thing, let's see. I was talking to this Portuguese woman, telling her I know all the swears in Portuguese, and she didn't need anything for her house, but it brought up a story. First they say, they look at me like, what's wrong with you? Why are you coming near me? Because I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm miserable. And then they start talking to me about their lives. So she's telling me she knew this woman who married a guy with no legs for money. And I was like, what? Okay. So I'm thinking, could I marry a woman with no legs for money? No, I would never do that. But like, if I'm in love with someone and then they have no legs, I probably would stay because I'm invested. And that's the way I am. I don't give up. I don't quit. But I would not go across the room, look at someone without legs and go, hey, that's marriage material. I don't mean to like talk against people without legs. I wouldn't do it for money, certainly. But yeah, she just thought that she could tell me that. And it was a funny story. Okay, one more thing. I went to the doctor's, right? So my doctor, I had my cholesterol checked and I went down 10 points, which is good, but I'm still in the danger zone. I don't need drugs, but she's threatening me with the drugs. This is what she tells me. You can't eat red meat for 6 months. She should have told me that before I walked in the door. I would have had a steak. Are you kidding me or what? No hamburgers, no steak, no Charlie's Philly cheesesteak, nothing. I almost broke down and got a meatball grinder last night, but I did not. I've been very good. So hopefully it'll cause me to lose some weight without using Ozempic. Chris Rock was on Saturday Night Live last night. I don't think it was that good, to be honest with you. He was funny in his opening monologue because he was talking about the CEO and he's like, well, sometimes drug dealers get shot. He'll say things that are crazy. And he said it was a bad year for black people, Kamala, Diddy. And then he was talking about the Menendez brothers getting out of jail. And he's like, well, they're just going to get deported because Trump is going to not let those murdering Mexicans. Oh, that was good. That was a good one. And then he was saying Elon Musk, who's South African, and nobody knows how to get rid of people like a South African. There was one funny part with Adam Sandler. He was laying down with a sheet over him. They were fake operating on him. And then he wakes up in the middle of it, probably because there's no anesthesia, just like real life. And he starts squirting blood at everybody. Okay, that was funny. I love Adam Sandler. Taylor Swift skipped the Billboard Music Awards to visit a children's hospital on her birthday. I have to say, I didn't do that for mine. I kind of don't donate time. You know, some people donate time, and some people, I give money, and I just donated a shitload of clothing, so now I can look at my closet. But there's a lot of stuff I don't wear, so you just give it away. So that's what I do. I give money and I donate clothing. I just gave my old printer away. It still works. She's the most decorated artist in Billboard music history with wins in 10 different categories. She passed Drake. Her and Travis had a private party. He spoiled her, of course. Where's the ring, Trav? Where's the ring? Burger King's new ad is pissing people off, not me. It depicts a woman, it's kind of like alienating Trumpers though, spreading fake news that their flame grilled flavor of a Whopper is not is like created by a secret internet enabled liquid smoke rather than real fire. So people are kind of pissed off about that. Now everybody's talking about this guy Luigi Mangione. I don't find him attractive. You know, I'm thinking this guy, he should have talked to me, because if you don't want to get caught, shave your damn eyebrows. His eyebrows are so damn thick. This is why I don't think he's that cute. And plus, he's a murderer. I keep my attraction to murderers down to a minimum. I don't really like that many. I can't think of any at the moment. But everybody loves this guy. And there's like signs on the road saying, you know, one CEO down, many more to go, and free Luigi. I mean, people are crazy. Now there's crazy lefties. First there was crazy righties. Now there's crazy lefties. We got nobody normal, for crying out loud. So what he did say, he said, well, he's got bad back pain. He was like complaining about his back. He can't have sex with women. Listen, I don't have sex with women either. You see me running around like a maniac? He says that America's got the most expensive health care, but no better life expectancy. That is a fact. We don't. You know what they spend it on? Their damn machines and pills to keep us alive for like a couple months longer. And, you know, marketing. That's what I do for work. But, you know, what he said was right. What he did was wrong. The kid is no hero. I hate that he killed somebody, and I feel bad for his wife and kids. And that then Blue Cross made a move to change and become more humane, saying, we'll pay for your anesthesia, the whole operation. But, you know, I don't think that it's a good thing. If I was his defense lawyer, though, I would probably put on the most women on the jury that I can put on there. So what else is going on? Let me see. The copycats have begun. A woman in Florida threatening her insurance company. Her claim was denied. I mean, I don't know if it was valid or whatever, but Nancy Pelosi fell down, broke her hip. She had surgery and she's okay, but that scares me. Nancy, she's in her 80s. You got to be scared. That is the number one reason that people go in a nursing home. My mother fell. She hurt her hip. She's 88. You know, you're just like scared. That fall could be their last. Okay, what else is going on? CBS News reported 3 former Citizens Bank employees have been charged with stealing tens of thousands of dollars from customer accounts. What the hell? I mean, I'm in Bank of America, and I'm an idiot for being in Bank of America. But they were all young, 31, 21, 23. Have you ever thought about maybe just working? And, you know, I know it's tough for people, but their next layer is let's steal from people. I don't know. Oh, Trump was named Times Person of the Year. I guess he deserved it. I guess he did. I mean, he came off after starting an insurrection and being charged and convicted, a convicted felon, and now he's the president. It's like, I don't know if Elon was hoping he'd do it, but, you know, I got to say something. He said something that I agree with. RFK Jr. doesn't want, you know, he doesn't want us on Ozempic, which my mother wants me on Ozempic, but I'm going to try and do this the right way. But Ozempic is so expensive. It costs $5 to make, and then you got to pay lots of money. Your insurance doesn't cover it if you don't have diabetes. It's so RFK thinks you should just use diet and exercise, which I kind of believe, but some people need it. And I would agree with if your doctor prescribes it, then use it. But Elon says make the drugs lower priced so everybody can afford it. And everybody will be healthier. Actually, I agree with that. I think that's a good thing. Oh, Donald Trump Jr. cheating on his, we don't know if they're still engaged, but Kimberly Guilfoyle's now been named U.S. ambassador to Greece. They're shipping her off. And he's with some socialite from West Palm Beach. So I guess they just cheat. They don't break up. I don't know. Taylor Swift ended her Eras tour. She gave $197 million to the crew. Oh, why can't I just work for this woman? Why? Did you hear about that stampede of bisons across the bridge at Yellowstone? I don't know. Maybe something spooked them. This kind of stuff cracks me up. Like people running away from their lives. Like you see, I saw a bison once locked up and there was a bison hamburger joint right next door. I tried to free the damn thing. He wouldn't move. But yeah, I kind of would laugh if I saw it. I mean, I'd run, but I'd still be laughing. Matt Gaetz is the host of the OAN show, One American News. That is way right. He belongs there for crazy people. It's like, like sports talk radio is like the haven, and I'm sorry, but I came from talk radio, for criminals. There's so many criminals. G. Gordon Liddy had, a bunch of governors from Connecticut, like they were in jail and then they went into talk radio. Speaking of dicks, a British guy with the world's biggest measured penis, 12 inches. I know a guy with a 12-incher. He was talking about how he used to hurt women. I'll tell you, I don't think I couldn't deal with it. I'd rather have the smaller the better for me, because I'm a gold star lesbian. That's what they call us. But he's got a cast on display at the Penis Museum in Iceland. I didn't realize there was a penis museum, but yes, there is. But I guess they measured him. I don't know. Why would you go up for that anyway? But he said that he didn't like it. Some women complain. It's kind of, it's like, some women like it. Some women like, I need it. They're getting a lot of action. But, I just think it's so funny. Oh, in clinical trials, one thing before we go. Fenugreek Seed Extract improves sexual drive, arousal, and orgasm. I think I might get me some of this, but I have to find someone to have sex with first. It more than doubled the frequency of sexual activity. This sounds like I should get it. Saffron extract improved sexual function score by 62%. Let's do it. Boosting desire and lubrication, which is what women suffer from when they're over 50. After menopause, you lose everything. It's awful. I'm going to go order some. Clinical trials, they took 80 healthy women aged 20 to 49. If you're 20, you have problems with your sexual drive. I was a maniac. Oh, sorry, Ma. I was pretty good. But yeah, who has vaginal dryness in their 20s? That's just some kind of condition that hopefully it's infrequent. But you take that, boom. You got low sex function. You're happy. You got to find people to do it with. But I'm sure many men would go, yeah, right here. You know how men are. Woo! Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, real quick. Starts out with the woman at dinner. That's when they all fight. Okay, that's when the fights happen. Dorit and Kyle go back. You did this to me 6 months ago, and then you did this to me a few years ago. So Dorit called Kyle a shitty friend for 2 years. And then Kyle shot back. Her BFF committed suicide and she's going through her separation with Mauricio. You take things out on people that you are closest to. That's how it happens. That's how it is in life. Jennifer Tilly chimes in. She said, food tastes better when you eat it with your hands. She is the best. Sutton says Kyle has a habit of icing people out. People, you have friends like that. They don't talk to you about their issues. I'm the opposite. I'll tell you if I have diarrhea. I don't care. Dorit says she was angry. Kyle rolled her eyes in disgust. These are my cliff notes. Erica chimes in to always keep your text messages and don't erase anything. She covers her bases. Kyle says Dorit never owns what she does and comes up with a fake apology. Kathy Hilton says watching the two of them fight was like watching tennis. Then they had the producers go, like you're watching a tennis match. Too cool. Jennifer Tilly, I love the producers on those shows. Jennifer Tilly called Dorit Stevie Nicks when she was dressed kind of like Stevie, whatever. This is why I love Jennifer Tilly. I get these analogies because I'm so damn old. Garcelle said Erica was trying to balance out her pills and alcohol to take on the boat. That's talking about a previous boat ride. Kyle confessed PK Dorit's estranged husband, reaches out to her. He did say he was attracted to Erica, so I don't know if Erica wouldn't go with PK. Well, I don't know. Kathy was telling the chef how to cook. Dorit tells Kyle she loves her, so they're making up. There's like bipolar. Then they start crying. Kyle starts crying. Jennifer Tilly told the story. She dated a con artist, and he was an interior designer. She would hand her credit card under the table. What? Like he was paying. Why would you end up with... I don't like a guy that lets a woman pay. I like old fashioned. Let the man pay, you know? Before dinner, nighttime hits, and Kathy Hilton is laying in bed with a fan on her chest. Kyle, can you put makeup on me? She's like an 8-year-old. Someone asked Kathy if she sends her husband Rick naked photos while she's away. She says, no, I don't do that. We have a couple in the safe. In a vault in the bank. Yeah, that's where all my nudes are. A vault in the bank. Next week, Dorit calls Camille Granner a see you next Tuesday. And I will see you next Sunday because I got to watch my Commanders play. I love you guys. Hope you're not getting too stressed out over the holidays. We'll see you again next week. And thank you for your support again.